Meet Sir Alex Ferguson's magnificent seven, who were Man United's unsung heroes. There wasn't much to be pleased with from a Manchester United perspective on Wednesday evening when West Ham came to town and dumped the Red Devils out of the League Cup. But off the pitch, the 72,468 inside Old Trafford were given somewhat of an honour as stadium announcer Alan Keegan welcomed some of the most important people in the club's prestigious history, particularly under Sir Alex Ferguson. Before kick-off, Keegan introduced the Magnificent Seven. Not players nor managers of the first team, the group stood alongside Ferguson in the Sir Bobby Charlton stand where scouts who worked closely with the club's academy, unsung heroes Go United who many fans won't have previously heard of. The seven stood with current assistant academy director Tony Whelan, left in the image above, a Salford-born stalwart of the club, and player liaison officer Dave Bushell, not pictured, who has been with the Red Devils for over 30 years. It was the long-serving Bushell who spoke to manut.com this week to give an insight into the seven men's stories. He began by noting Graham Buckingham, who started in April 1990, appointed by former youth team coach and assistant manager Brian Kidd, now working alongst Pep Guardiola at rivals Manchester City. Bushell described his services as magnificent, and Buckingham is wonderful with the youngsters and makes life at the training ground good fun. Dermot Clark was another of Kidd's recruits, tasked with covering the Manchester area and supporting the club's development centre in Moss Side, along with putting his hand to other work around centre of the city. Another influential figure was Johnny Cook, an ex-youth team player and part-time coach at the Centre of Excellence. He was assistant to manager Paul McGuinness when United's under-21 side, including Paul Pogba and Jesse Lingard, won the FA Youth Cup in 2011, the last time they won the competition to date. John Cutt arrived in 1990 through Kidd to oversee the Bury area, while Jack Fallows, appointed by Ferguson in 1986, worked in the Stretford area for decades, also supporting the development centre in Timperley. Bushell had a story to tell about another member, driver Brian Poole, who unearthed a future professional as he scrambled for reinforcements in his squad almost 20 years ago. When I was under-16s coach in 1992, I had no centre-back, so I got in touch with Brian and asked if he could find me one, he explained. He found me a young Michael Clegg who made 9 appearances for United and played most of his career at Oldham Athletic, who had a good career in football and has since come back to the club as a strength and power coach. Tom Statham, brought in by McGuinness in 1994 as part-time coach at the Centre of Excellence, has been a Red Devils stalwart for over 2 decades, recently unfortunately missing out on celebrating an annual trip. He took the very first group of young players to a training camp in Shrewsbury during the summer holidays, and if not for the COVID-19 pandemic, Statham would have taken the United Starlets there for 20 successive years. Bushell went on to further pay tribute to the group and the emotional reception they received on Wednesday. I was trying to rush their meals to get them upstairs, and Alan ensured the crowd was all cheering and clapping. It was fantastic and brought a lump to my throat, he admitted. But Ferguson's treatment also stands out as unforgettable for the unsung heroes during the amazing times. Bushell revealed how the legend